Blitz.
Hello everyone, this is Mike with BetBlitz. Welcome back to your source for daily sports picks. Today's a new day and we are looking to set you up with some of the best picks on both PrizePicks as well as Underdog. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 300 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. Also, at the end of this video, let us know down in the comment section below which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't, and any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. And if the picks in this video aren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. Today we will be getting into the NBA's Wednesday slate of games for round 1 of the NBA playoffs, so again, take a moment and hit that like button. If this video gets above 300 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video. Now for our first pick, we'll be headed over to the PRA tab, and this time we'll be selecting Jimmy Butler for more than 30.5 PRA. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, and by the way, if you'd like to try Outlier for yourself, click our link in the description below to gain a free 7-day trial. We see that this line, Jimmy Butler, has actually exceeded in 6 of his last 10 games, as well as in 60% of his last 20 games. However, what we really will focus on is his last 5 games, as Jimmy Butler has exceeded this line in his last 2 matchups, or 2 of his last 3 matchups versus the Houston Rockets, only falling below this line due to injury. And coming into this game, with the Golden State Warriors having the opportunity to close this series out, we are expecting Jimmy Butler and the Warriors to come out aggressive and finish this series. Now taking a quick look here, we see that Jimmy Butler and the Golden State Warriors will be facing off against a Houston Rockets defense that this season has been very solid overall, especially when it comes to defending against their opponents' PRA totals, not allowing too many points, rebounds, or assists to their opponents overall. However, when it comes to defending against the opponent's shooting guard position, the Houston Rockets have been a lot more average, giving up a fair share amount of points, rebounds, and assists to this position. Here's Houston's defensive numbers against opponent small forwards for those of you who want to see that as well. Ranked much better defensively, but still giving up a fair share amount of points, rebounds, and assists to the position. But overall, we expect Jimmy Butler to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Jimmy Butler is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, over 33 minutes per game. And one of the things we like about Jimmy Butler is his high efficiency from the field. Over his last 10 games, near 60% field goal shooting on close to 12 attempts per game. 85% free throw shooter, getting to the line pretty frequently at over 9 attempts per game. Jimmy has also shown a great ability to play make over his last 10 games, near 12 potential assists per game, and also a very solid rebounder over his last 10 games, over 8 potential rebound chances per game over his last 10 games. So coming into this game, we do like Jimmy Butler to have plenty of time as well as opportunity to reach this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Jimmy Butler for more than 30.5 PRA. Now for our next pick, we'll be under the PRA tab, but this time we'll be selecting Rudy Gobert for less than 17 PRA. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this line, Rudy Gobert, has actually failed to exceed in just 4 of his last 10 games. However, what we really do want to look at is the last 5 games category, in which Rudy Gobert has actually failed to exceed this line in 4 of his last 4 matchups versus the Los Angeles Lakers during these playoffs. But now Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves will be facing off against a Los Angeles Lakers defense that this season has been very solid overall when it comes to defending against their opponent's points plus rebounds. Not too good at defending their opponent's assists overall, but Gobert isn't much of a playmaker. And when it comes to defending against the opponent's center position, the Lakers have been pretty average overall, not giving up too many points, but giving up a fair share amount of rebounds and assists to the position. But overall, with the limited minutes that Rudy Gobert has been getting this season, or this postseason rather, with the Lakers really switch hunting to get Gobert matched up against a guard and really playing him off the floor, we aren't expecting Rudy Gobert to have enough opportunity to reach this line. Now taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Rudy Gobert is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, near 32 minutes per game. However, if you notice over these playoffs, his minutes have taken a huge deduction. Gobert is one of the few players in the NBA where his minutes as a starter reduces during the playoffs, and that is simply because of a mismatch concern with teams often trying to bring him out onto the perimeter and beat them with their speed. But overall, coming into this game, we don't like Gobert to have enough opportunity to reach this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Rudy Gobert for less than 17 PRA. Now, for those of you wisely making picks with Underdog as well, we want to share with you a couple of plays that we thought had a great chance of hitting, and that is Alperen Sengun for higher than 0.5 double-doubles, as well as LeBron James for higher than 0.5 double-doubles. And if you guys like making picks on the traditional PRA stats, but also want to have access to making picks on whether or not players get double-doubles or triple-doubles, click our link in the description below and sign up for Underdog using code BETBLITZ, because when you do, you'll receive a free pick as well as $1,000 in bonus cash. And right now, Underdog has been going absolutely insane with all the free picks, discounted player props, and promos that they are dropping as gifts in your lobby on a day-to-day basis. So again, if you guys aren't already on Underdog, sign up using code BETBLITZ, claim your free pick and bonus cash. Don't leave any money on the table, and trust us, your profits will increase. Now, before we get into our next play, we wanted to share with you this awesome platform in Epicks. And what we love about Epicks is your ability to win your slips. Even if you get picks wrong, you see, Epicks matches you up against other players and other users. Unlike these sports books and DFS platforms where you're playing against the house, on Epicks you get to go against other individual users or a group of users if you want to play in their tournament mode. And another thing we really do love about Epicks is your ability to see a line and for it not to change. Epicks has line consistency, so the lines that you see at the beginning of the day do not get bumped, which is a huge problem for many sports bettors, where you see a line that you think has a great chance of hitting, but a few moments later the line suddenly gets bumped. On Epicks, you do not have to worry about that. And the best part of all is that on Epicks, they have some of the highest payout boost available, so when you win, you can win big. And best of all, right now when you use our code in the link in the description below, Epicks will give you a great deposit match offer, again when you use code BLITZ, and they are available both on the Play Store as well as the Apple Store as well, so go give these guys a look. Now for our next play, we'll be under the points plus assist tab, and this time we'll be selecting Anthony Edwards for more than 33.5 points plus assist. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this line Anthony Edwards has exceeded in 5 of his last 10 games. However, what we really do want to focus on is his last 5 games in which Anthony Edwards has exceeded this line in 2 of his last 4 matchups versus the Los Angeles Lakers, including going well above this line in his last game with a very special fourth quarter performance. And now Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves will be facing off against a Los Angeles Lakers defense that this season has been pretty average overall when it comes to defending against their opponents' points plus assists, not giving up too many points overall, but giving up a fair share amount of assists to their opponents overall. And when it comes to defending against the opponent's shooting guard position specifically, the Lakers have not been very good, giving up a fair share amount of points and assists. And coming into this game with the opportunity to close out the series against the Los Angeles Lakers, we are expecting Anthony Edwards to come out aggressive and to reach his line. Now taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Anthony Edwards is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, 38 minutes per game. And one of the things we do like about Edwards is his high efficiency from the field over his last 10 games, 50% field goal shooting on nearly 22 attempts per game, shooting a very impressive 41% from behind the arc over his last 10 games on nearly 11 attempts per game. Again, very impressive to see from Edwards, who has also shown a great ability to play make over his last 10 games, 7 potential assists per game. So overall, coming into this game, we do like Anthony Edwards to have plenty of time as well as opportunity to reach this line. In his career, Anthony Edwards has been a phenomenal scorer as well as playmaker this season, no exception, near 28 points per game and just over 4.5 assists. And again, coming into this game against a Los Angeles Lakers defense who hasn't been very good overall defending his position, and with the opportunity to close out this game and series against the Los Angeles Lakers, we are expecting Anthony Edwards to come out aggressive and to reach his line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Anthony Edwards for more than 33.5 points plus assist. Now, for those of you guys looking to take your sports betting to the next level, we want to share with you RotoWire's incredible platform with so many tools available, not just for regular DFS apps, but also for sports betting and individual player props. And what we love about RotoWire is our ability to filter out for whatever platform that you're on. So if you're on PrizePicks, Underdog, maybe Sleeper, you can all filter these in. It'll show you all player props from those specific platforms, and then from there you can even filter in for what players that you wanted to search for. So let's say you wanted to look at for props for Stephen Curry, you could simply type his name in. And what we love about RotoWire is how organized it is. It can actually show you which player props are leaning slightly more and which are leaning slightly less. And it'll show you, for example, here, looking at Curry's PRA line, we see that most DFS apps are having him projected to slightly go less than this line, and many sportsbooks are also doing the same. However, RotoWire's projection is having him slightly over. Again, where many sportsbooks and DFS apps are trying to get you to go under on this line, RotoWire has a bit of an over outlook. And again, it makes these projections for every player and every player prop. And best of all, you can make your picks directly from RotoWire onto the platform that you are looking to make your picks. And again, this is just one of the amazing tools that are on RotoWire. They've got so many more. And if you're into fantasy sports, they've got incredible tools for you as well, including the most accurate and up-to-date sports betting news and regular sports news in general. So again, if you guys are looking to level up your sports betting, click our link in the description below. And right now, RotoWire will give you 25% off access to their platform when you use code BLITZ. So go give them a look. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.